Good morning, it is day 64. I have about 13 point something miles to get to Vermont Route 11/30, where I'll get picked up and head to Anne's home. A little chillier this morning, but it's a beautiful hiking weather. Lord knows what the rain forecast is going to be. There's I don't even know what to call it, rain, and then thunderstorms, and now there's not going to be thunderstorms, it might just be rain, and instead of starting at 2, it might not start till 4, then another forecast showed it's not going to rain until 9 tonight, so Lord knows what it's doing. So I'll just mosey along as best I can, and hopefully I can out-hike the rain, get there before it starts pouring. Had a wonderful stay, Wicked Wayside Hostel. Highly recommend it. Or Way Station, Wicked Way Station Hostel. I definitely recommend it. It's a whole house, a single level house, just for the people that are staying there. Full use of the kitchen, washing machine, showers, game room, TV. I mean, you name it, they've got it all. So it was a beautiful place to stay. And I thank you for the hospitality there. Still not sure what I'm going to do. I don't know, my mind, my head, I'm not sure what to call it. I'm just not feeling it anymore being out here. These can sometimes be the hardest days to push through, are the ones when you just don't feel like being here. So, see how it goes. I'm really hoping I make it through, at least get through the state of Vermont, and then check it out after that. I'll be heading to the wedding, see how I feel, catch up maybe with chopsticks and no rush. Maybe I could do some hiking with them. Maybe that would change my attitude. Have somebody to go through New Hampshire with, especially the whites. And going through with them, I know they'll be like me. We'll make our way through, but not any speed records. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's the change I need. But anyway, it's another great morning, and I'm very thankful for it. Because of the chance of thunderstorms with lightning, the gondola could stop at any time if there's lightning within, I don't know, like a 15-mile radius or something of the area. The guy was telling me that yesterday. So, with this unpredictable weather forecast of not knowing exactly when the thunderstorms are going to hit, instead of going the route of taking the gondola up to the top of Mount Stratton, where I left off yesterday, and heading on down, or north, but heading down off the mountain in the north direction, I've decided to take this Stratton Pond Trail around the base of the mountain, where it will intersect the AT in 4 miles. So instead of doing 3.7 off the summit down to this junction, I'm doing a 4-mile Blue Blaze trail around the base of it. That way I don't have to chance getting there and the gondolas are not running, or being up on the mountain when lightning starts. At some point I'll come back, take the gondola up, and then do the actual descent off the mountaintop. But for today, for safety reasons, I decided to forego getting up on the mountaintop and just going around a Blue Blaze at the base of the mountain. Again, it's 4 miles before I hit the junction of the AT, where it was 3.7 if I came down the mountain. So I'm actually having to go 0.3 miles farther by taking this Blue Blaze. But the advantage is it should be fairly flat. And it's not a descent down or an ascent up. It should be overall fairly flat from what I was told. So, I'm trying to quicken my pace, which is different than normal. Normally I just mosey on along, but quicken my pace again because of the weather. If I could get off trail before the actual thunderstorms come in, that would be great. If they start around 2, I'll be cutting it close. If they start around 4, it's even better. Anything before 2, though, I would definitely be caught up in it. And I'm not keen to hiking in the thunder and lightning. Thunder's okay, just not the lightning. I have made it to where the Stratton Pond Trail intersects with the Appalachian Trail. So this sign says I have 10 miles to go. According to my Far Out app, it says I have 11.1. But I have made it around here. So I am now back on the Appalachian Trail. There's the White Blaze. Another one coming up down here. Few ups and downs on that side trail, but not many. But again, I will, once I get all the way to Katahdin Ironworks Road, that I have everything complete between here and there, I will come back to here and I will take the gondola ride up to the top and then start at the summit of Stratton Mountain and come on down back to this Virginia Route 30, I guess. Or maybe I'll just take it down to that junction there and then take the side trail again and have somebody pick me up at the trailhead parking lot, Stratton Pond trailhead parking lot. It'd be a much shorter hike, that's for sure, because this is actually the AT. I am back on it. So it's really about 3.7 miles that I'm, of the actual AT that I'm missing, even though I did walk 4 miles around the base of it. So, to say I actually completed AT miles, I would need to come back and actually do those 3.7 miles. So 11 more to go. And very thankful for the slackpack opportunity today. And thank you, Jerry, for even coming up with that idea. I greatly appreciate it. Jerry herself has biked across the U.S., doing it in sections. She broke it up into different sections, so she fully understood what it was like to be out here. And liking the support that others can give you along the way. So again, I'm very thankful, Jerry, and greatly appreciate all you've done for me. Can hear a loon in the distance. So they must have loons out on Stratton Pond. It is so cool how God can put people in your path right when you need them. So I'm slackpacking today, and I come up on 2 people, a man and a woman, and it's a mom and her son. He must be in his mid-20s, maybe upper 20s, and she's doing the through hike, and he's out here section hiking with her for 24 days. She is, let me see, her trail name is Fun Size, and she is on the Trek, which is one of the AT channels that people report on. And I was just chatting with her, and she was telling me, or I was asking her about her pack and how much weight she carries. I said, your pack looks very compactable, and it just looks perfect, like the perfect hiking setup. How much, if you don't mind me asking, how much are you carrying weight-wise? And she said, with food and water, that she's at about 20, maybe 21 pounds. So I asked her, how do you do it? Could you give me details of what you carry? Because my pack, with 3 days of food, 2 liters of water, ends up being like 35 pounds. And it really takes a toll on my body. So I slack pack as much as I can. And she said, well, no, and that's when she told me I'm on the Trek, and I have my entire backpack list on the track of everything I carry. So look at the Trek and look up fun size, and you'll be able to click on the link, and it'll show you everything. My backpack down to my socks and shoes. So how exciting that maybe if I get in early enough today, I have the internet, I can get on there and take a look, and maybe, just maybe, if I imitate exactly what she's done, I can do this. Instead of continuing to pack my fears or think I need this or that, I'll just look at what she's done. Now, one of the main differences is going to be I am not about to lay out $400 or $500 for another backpack. I have one, yes, it's heavier. But even if I did everything she has, or the equivalent, maybe my tent already weighs what her tent does. She said, yeah, your sleeping bag's way heavier than mine. You have a 10-degree quilt, I have a 30-degree, and it's much lighter. So maybe I need to, when Don comes back up, find an outfitter and dish out the money for a 30-degree quilt, so it drops at least another pound, if not 1.5 pounds off my weight. So just maybe that would still keep me under 25 pounds, even if I'm using my own backpack. Mine weighs 4.5 pounds empty. Hers weighs 28 ounces. So maybe, again, just maybe, then I could be around 25 pounds, which is 10 lighter than what I'm doing now. That would be awesome. My body would love me for that. So I'm really excited to take a look and see if the gear I already have is close to what she has, and find out these are items I really don't need to have with me. You know, certain items I don't need to have that I currently have. So I'm very excited about that. Very, very excited about it. Looks like I'm coming up to a little stream crossing or river crossing. Wow, this is really high up here. I have reached the northern end of the Lye Brook Wilderness, Green Mountain National Forest. Coming up here to another stream crossing. Must be doing some kind of maintenance around here. Wow, this is a new bridge. Now you can smell the new wood. Oh, that's nice. The Long Trail and the Appalachian Trail are still running together. So I like how they're giving you right here, no doubt, which way you're supposed to go. So you saw the blue blaze on that piece of metal. And then up here on this little tree, you see our white blaze for the Appalachian Trail. So we're still running together for a little while. I think in the beginning it said a total of 105 miles that we'll run together for. Sherborne Pass or something like that is where they'll split off. I have no idea how much farther ahead that is for me, but we'll still be traveling together for a little bit. It's nice that it's not so muddy out here today. I don't have to cross on the boards. There's a little bit of a breeze. Very nice. It's not hot by any means. It's a beautiful day. It remains overcast. It has not rained yet. So I'm very thankful for all of that. The trail, overall the trail has been easy. It has not been a hard trail at all. And again, I'm very thankful for that. Well, I've been walking down this service road for, I don't know, a good half mile. This is great. There aren't any roots to step around or mud to go around. This has been really nice. I know I'll cut off from here real soon, but it was nice following along for a bit. I believe they said there's some cliffs coming up here. You should be able to look out over the city of Manchester, Vermont, or town. I'm not sure it's a city, but the town of Manchester, Vermont. That's the area where I get picked up. We'll be down near there, or that's maybe the closest town. I'm not sure what to say, but let's see what it looks like when I get up here. I am up here on Prospect Rock. The town of Manchester is down there, and behind it is Mount Equinox. But there you go. Beautiful that I have a bit of a view. I'm glad the clouds haven't fully come in to block the whole view. Just entered back into the woods, and the sign here letting me know that my Route 11/30, where I'll be going, is about 4.8 miles. So that is a good thing. More than halfway through the hike for the day. And again, just taking my time. There's really no hurry. The weather forecast, I was able to get a cell signal. And right now the weather has changed yet again. And it's not showing rain until 8 o'clock tonight. I don't know if it's just the Weather Channel app that I use or what the reasoning is, but this year the weather forecast I look at on my phone has been wrong more often than right, and I just don't quite understand why. Again, maybe it's the app I am using, which is the Weather Channel app. But to go from showing there were supposed to be thunderstorms this morning, and then it changed to 2 o'clock in the afternoon, then to 4, and now not till 8. Makes it hard sometimes for people to plan activities or different things they're going to do because they plan it around the weather. And now you feel you can't believe their forecast at all. Spruce Peak Shelter is about 1/10 of a mile off the trail. I'm not going to go down to it, but it is actually an enclosed shelter that has enough space for about 12 people. One of the few enclosed shelters on the AT. I'm not sure how many there are, but according to the notes, it is an enclosed shelter. So if there was to be inclement weather, such as that thunderstorm coming in, it might be a good shelter to stay in. Now, some of the comments mention that the roof leaks, so you may want to be on the first floor and underneath an area from the second floor that doesn't leak. But overall, it's nice that you could be out of the elements. You had to. You can feel it's getting a little bit warmer, a little more humid. Past a couple guys, they had their hammocks set up back there right off the trail, just a little bit north of the trail going to the shelter. They were just, I guess, hiking up towards the summit and coming back down. They said last they looked at, the radar was showing rain at 6 o'clock. So hopefully I'm picked up and have my resupply taken care of and at the house and not having to leave by that point. There's one big old downed tree. At least it's laying on the rock there. And then laying on a rock at the base down there too. But wow, that's one big old tree. I'm about 3/10 of a mile from the pickup area. I can hear the cars. This last, I'd say 3 miles, I think was a lot harder than the whole other 8 miles I did. And it's good to know that I have it behind me. I've already done it. Alright, I've come up to Route 11/30 and it says here, caution, don't become roadkill. Multiple lanes of high-speed traffic. Limited sight distances. Cross rapidly while looking both ways. Go straight across road and walk road shoulder to parking lot. So you've got to love how they route the trail over busy highways. No crosswalk above it or a tunnel below it. Huh, interesting. Stop in the ditch there. Appalachian Long Trail Parking, Green Mountain National Forest. That's what it says over there. Okay, and I am running across the road because it told me to do such. But there you go. Appalachian Long Trail Parking, Green Mountain National Forest. This is the beautiful view off the back porch of the house I'm staying at. It is just beautiful. I can't even imagine how awesome it looks in the fall. Wonder if those are mountains I'll be climbing. I'll have to check out my map and see. So over that way will be Mount Tabor. There's going to be Bromley Mountain, Peru Peak. So I will definitely be going over some of those mountains that are over that way. Wow, that's too cool.